What's going on, yo? I'm Caleb Mitchell, and this is Black History for Youngsters. All right, y'all. Today we talking everything Black Wall Street. What is it? Black Wall Street was the nickname of the Greenwood neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The name Black Wall Street, or as he called it during that time, Negro Wall Street, was given to the community by Booker T. Washington because there was a lot of money there and black people. Some history or whatever. In 1906, O.W. Gurley, an African-American entrepreneur and millionaire from Arkansas, moved to Tulsa and purchased over 40 acres of land. He intentionally made sure that the land was sold to only other African Americans. These African Americans then used the land they bought from them to create their own wealth and to create businesses within the community. Segregation was going on during this time, so white people in Tulsa didn't want black people in their stores. But one of the differences between black people facing segregation in Greenwood and black people facing segregation in other cities was that the black people in Greenwood had their own. These black people created about 600 businesses and services in their community, from plumbers to teachers to architects to attorneys. Everything you needed was black. And one of the best parts about Black Wall Street was that dollar circulation was black, which means there was money only being exchanged from black person to black person. White people were not getting any of their money. This allowed black people to build up Black Wall Street and experience different luxuries even some of the white people in Tulsa were not experiencing during their time. One of those luxuries being owning planes. There were 6 black families that owned their own private planes. Less than 60 years removed from slavery. You heard what I said, less than 60. They built and managed banks, hotels, cafes, movie theaters, grocery stores, barbershops, and multiple other businesses. Their schools had their own school system, and Greenwood had their own bus line. The reality of what these black people were able to accomplish in Greenwood was really amazing. They were creating black wealth and a place where black people could feel and be safe. What happened to it? I'm gonna try to make this as painless as possible. So there was this 19-year-old black boy named Dick Rowland. He walked into the Drexel building downtown in Tulsa to use the bathroom that was on the 3rd floor. He took the elevator to get up there. Now during those times, there was a person that manually got the elevator to the floors that it was supposed to get to. It wasn't automatic like it is today. The young white woman that operated this specific elevator's name was Sarah Page. Now, nobody knows what truly happened at this point, but people say that as Rowland was walking into the elevator, maybe he tripped and used Sarah Page to keep from falling, or maybe he was walking into the elevator and he stepped on her foot. We really don't know. But we do know that whatever happened made Sarah start screaming. And after they heard her scream, someone in the building called the police, and Rowland ran back to Greenwood. After this, there were claims in the newspaper that Rowland attempted to rape Sarah Page and that he would be hung. The rape allegations made the white people in Tulsa mad, so a mob of angry white people with guns went down to the cell where they were holding Dick Rowland. Now, some black men and black men that had fought in the war that now lived in Greenwood decided that nobody would be hung that day. So they got together, they got their guns, and they went down to where Rowland was to defend him. Now, after they got down there, the police told the black people that Rowland would be safe, so they started to leave. But as the black defenders were leaving the courthouse, a white man started to fight with a black army veteran, and a big riot between the black people and the white people broke out. The police sided with the white people, not surprising at all, and allowed white men that were not even officers to arrest the black men and take them to detention centers. This left the black people's home of Greenwood defenseless. And after this, whites went to Greenwood and started stealing from black people, shooting black people, and burning their houses and businesses to the ground. And after 17 hours of this massacre, Black Wall Street was no more. Positives. Despite the fact that the city did not give the black families and businesses any money for their loss, Black Wall Street was rebuilt 1 year after the massacre, and it was popping again around 1923 and 1924. Now, I don't know about y'all, but to me, this speaks highly to the strength and the willingness of the black people of the Greenwood community to not only rebuild their community, but to rebuild it to a successful place Again, and to not give up despite the hateful, racist white people that lived around them. Also, the Red Cross was a big help to black people after racist whites burned their city. The Red Cross supplied food and tents for the black people to live in, medical help, and a hospital to help them as they were rebuilding their city. Hands on. If you live in Oklahoma, try to take a trip to the Greenwood Rising Black Wall Street History Museum to learn more about all of the amazing things that Black Wall Street was. And if you're in Atlanta, check out the new Black Wall Street Market in Stonecrest, Georgia. There are multiple black businesses here for us to support. But if you need more help finding black businesses, OBWS or Official Black Wall Street is a black created and black owned app that helps you to find black businesses to service all of your black needs. Check out and support some of these black spaces near you. And right now, y'all, I want y'all to try to think of a business that you may want to start, maybe now or in the future. Talk to your parents about it and maybe y'all can start planning it together. Creating black wealth is important. Well, y'all, that's Black Wall Street. Stay tuned to see what we drop next week.